RG mateys, the Sunken Swede here, and welcome to World Warships. This ship right here is the tier or rank, whatever you like to call it, 3 St. Louis or St. Louis. It's American cruiser, but feels more like an American nightmare. For everyone that is just standing in its way, you are trembling in fear. It does not have a vast majority of big guns, but it do have a vast majority of smaller caliber guns. Since it's a cruiser, it doesn't have that big guns. As I said, it's only 152mm, but look at here, it has 14 of them. And you can see here the deck is just packed and stacked with all these guns here. And a secondary armament, it has 18 76mm guns, smaller ones that you can see all over the ship. So this is a ship that you won't wanna get near, so that you can be attacked by the second armament as well as secondary gun batteries. Because if you get that close, that means that you have the amount of 20, that is 32 guns, well, theoretically, that can be blazing upon you. So this ship, St. Louis, where is it? How do I get it? Well, if you look at the tech tree, after you have played along with the area, you can then unlock the Chester. And the Chester is the first cruiser that you get after the more or less reserve ship there. That's the first real cruiser that you get after the tier 1 rank 1-1. 1-1, yeah. And the Chester then is the more or less main ship here for unlocking the rest of the ships. You can unlock the entire, can only unlock the entire destroyer line from the area, but from there on everything goes from the Chester. The Chester unlocks the battleships, the South Carolina, and it unlocks the cruisers, the St. Louis. And then it's from the South Carolina that you go to the Langley class aircraft. So the St. Louis is found here, rank 3, 2 times bottom from the area, and it's not that hard to get to St. Louis. It gets very fast, but when you get to the St. Louis, you will have so much fun in it. It does not have that many A guns, only has 8 of these guns. Let's see, where are they? There. Let's press it like that. 8 of those it has, so it's not the best anti-armament, but at least it's something. The maneuverability of the ship, maximum speed 22 knots, not that very fast, but in a rank 1, 2, 3 it's decent. It's not the best, but it's decent. Turning circle radius is 380 meters, quite good, and rudder shift time only 8 seconds, so that's quite fast. When thinking it's actually quite big and heavy ship, even though it's called a cruiser. Concealment, quite good actually. Surface detectability range 11 kilometers, air detectability range 6.3 kilometers. So don't keep enemy ships closer than 11.2 to be. Don't keep enemy ships closer than 12 kilometers, more or less. 11 to 12 kilometers, because then they will spot you. If you're not opening fire, then they will spot you even more easily. So yeah, let's bring out this ship into a battle, and we can start with co-op battles as always, just to give it a go, because the co-op battles is the battles that everyone will be playing first time they get their hands on this game. So let's head into combat battles, or co-op battles, sorry for that. And they have changed the interface here for the latest update. We now have it says you're in queue for battle, time, which class we are. We have, was it carriers, battleships, cruisers, destroyers, or destroyers, battleships, cruisers, carriers, something like that. How many of everyone, and so on and so on. Alright, so we have 3 St. Louis, 1 Aurora, 1 Chester, 1 Erie, 1 Katoria, and 1 Umikaze. And since it's a co-op battle, we are facing the exact same lineup that we have. So we are facing, as you can see, the same type of ships. So it's more or less depending on us being better than the bots. And let's see here now. Since this ship has so many guns, and it's actually quite very rapid firing. You can either go for armor piercing and just pound and pound and pound armor piercing into the enemies and trying to kill them as fast as possible by just plunging down the HP pool. Or you can go for HE shells and try to crit them, set them on fire over and over again, because if you land a HE shell in your first salvo that sets them on fire or crit them, they will more or less likely start to take care of that fire and that critical damage directly, and after they have done that they have a cooldown of 1 minute, 1.5, something like that. I think it's 1 minute. 1 minute cooldown on the repair and fire prevention, fire extinguishing. Yeah, you know, repair kits, fire extinguishing, which means that after that you can, if you set them on fire once again, it means that they can't put out the fire. Quite loud there actually. I think I'm gonna lower the settings a little bit. At least for me, that was very loud. Could not even hear myself think there for a moment. Alright, we have a St. Louis over here. He's turning in towards me. See you land a shot over. See. Hit. Took out some gun. Just look at all these shells just rolling in. I'll set them on fire there, which means that if he's burning now, he will probably take the fire out because he's still burning. And we're not actually that many here, so I'm gonna stop, put in the reverse, actually just slowly cruise out over here and then try to get shots into them and then reverse back. Let's see, we have destroyer laying down smoke screen there. Great, critical damage, took out, critted his torpedo tubes. Take out the St. Louis now when we can. Still burning. There, he's taken out by some other player. Have St. Louis over here as well. He's still burning. Plunge, more HP, HE into him. 6 hits, 1 crit. And he's gone before my shots land. We have a Chester here who is not burning, but we can make sure he gets a taste of that. Sets him on fire. Will he put the fire out? Yes, he did, which means if my HE shell sets him on fire again. Yep, there, he's on fire again, which means that he cannot put out that fire. So that is one advantage of using HE shells, that if you set them on fire or crit them and then repair or put out the fire and then you crit or set them on fire again, they can't do anything about it. So use HE shells. Set them off, as a tip, use HE shells, set them on fire when you see, and just plunge HE into them all the time. When you set them on fire, crit them, and when you see them taking care of the fire, like if they're trying to put the fire out, just continue plunging HE into them till they are set on fire again. And when they are, then you can switch into AP and try taking down their health instead, if you're not facing like small and very fragile targets. Sounds like you're firing with a revolver or something like that. Those 3 shots looks quite good. Only 1 hit, 800. Let's switch into AP for the next shells. We have area over there. good hit, solid 990. Looks good. No damage. Lose hit points. And he's out before I get him out this time as well. Looks like I can't get a kill in this game. Will I be able to take out that area? Score a kill, or at least one kill, and no, can't, no. And that's the end of that battle. Gonna do one more and see if we can get into real close combat with an enemy and just look at all the ferocious gunfire that we will exchange when all our secondary gun barriers are opening fire at each others. The St. Louis is, as you saw, quite nimble ship, a little slow to stop and but decent speed, quite nimble, quite maneuverable. Ooh, Congo, Hosho, the new carrier, and Wyoming, starting to face a little bit more dangerously opponents. But yeah, it's a quite versatile ship, more or less, because you can tear down battleships without problems with this ship, and it has so many guns that when you are starting to get attacked by let's say destroyers and so on, it doesn't matter if you miss or you don't have your guns pointing towards him, because you have guns all over the deck. I mean, look down here to the left, guns just everywhere. So if you miss or don't have guns pointing at him, just point your guns on him, just follow him, and sooner or later you'll have at least one gun from one part of the ship just pointing at him, and you will be ready to fire. Beautiful game. Would not mind if as in the sea were rougher and more implemented itself more on the ship, because it doesn't even look like it's wet. You can see the waves there going along the side as the bow plows its way through the sea, and knows anything, not at all. Doesn't feel like it's actually interacting with the sea at all. It's more or less just a visual model that they implemented. Right, we have torpedoes. We have a battleship coming up. It's a Congo. He can fire towards me from this distance, I think, actually. So I do not want to be spotted, so I'm gonna steer over to this side so I can take cover from the hill there. I'm gonna see if I can take the A cap from here into this location here. Remember that 11 kilometers, when he reaches 11 he has seen me. If not that, spawner there gets too close, and I think he has gotten close enough, so he has seen me and spawned me, and here we have a destroyer. Come on. Alright, let's see. I actually do not want to get close to a destroyer, but I would like to see that second armaments, second barriers opening fire towards him. Looks like he's making a move, so you can fire his torpedoes. He's coming up on our side here. Now from this distance, he cannot fire torpedoes, I was going to say, but looks like he did it way in advance.
Hull breach, we're taking on one.
And from this distance, yeah, he's gonna launch more torpedoes, but look at all that firing. There it goes, there's his torpedoes. No, I stirred too much, damn it, and I'm flooding, and you can see 1 minute 17 seconds till I can fix it, and I don't have the timer. I'm screwed here, I would guess. There's not much I can do about that, I would think. And when you're flooding, you're starting to slow down. You're starting to slow down a bit as well. He's soon gonna unleash some more torpedoes into me. There, got him. Now. Here. Oh, torpedo! Damn it, so many enemies, so little time. Or, I mean, so little health.
Our team has taken the lead.
Here comes the Congo as well. Oh damn, I'm really screwed. See if I can go for it. Oh, I set my fire, great. Now see if I can go for his hit points with AP shots instead. Now, can I? No. But I got a one solid good hit there with my gun before the Congo, I think it was, took me out. Who took me out? I could not see. I'm the one dead. It's the Clemson, and Clemson, where the hell is the Clemson? He's... Where the hell is that Clemson? I can't see him. Oh yeah, he's dead. Oh yeah, that was the destroyer, now I remember. He caused the flooding and the enemy started shooting at me, and then the flooding took out the last of my HP, so he was scored with the kill. But yeah, let's see if we can get another battle with St. Louis, so you can get some more action, but this time with some human players, human enemies, more or less. And but since it's in battle, I'm gonna cut it here, and I see you soon on the battlefield. And we are back on the 7 Seas of Rye. And this time we're facing human enemies, and as you can see, we're a lot more now. We're facing Jubaris, we're facing South Carolinas, Wyoming, we're facing Hosho, Wikis-Wataki, Tenorio. We have many ships that are higher than us in tier, so we're gonna be a little bit more careful this time compared to the last one when I just dashed right in, just to get the look of that second battery. One thing that I've noticed now when I played a battle in between with another ship is that St. Louis actually has some good distance that they can fire with their guns. Even though they're not that big, they are actually capable of firing quite far. Compared to the Kawachi that I was steering and playing with the match before this one, which only has a maximum distance of 9 point something, the Wyoming actually has a quite good distance or arc that it can fire in, and that's one thing that is the key feature of cruisers that is not armed with quite big calibers. Since when you're fighting with a battleship, which is a battleship, when that are very heavily armed with both guns and steel plates and so on, I mean armor. You tend to, if you get too close, not to be able to lob the shells down into the deck. So when you're very close, you just shoot it straight into the hull, and if you're unlucky enough, straight into the thickest part of the hull, which means that you might sometimes not be able to penetrate them with the shells, and they will just bounce or ricochet off or explode on impact. So if you're lucky enough, you will be able to fire against someone at a distance, which means that your shells will then lob in and hit the deck from above. So if you can see here down to the my little icon on the left, if you fire from this this distance, you will lob them, and then they will land on the deck here, which on the top.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
on top of the ship here. As you can see, the wooden deck, the structures, the housing and all that, where all the crits and critical components are and so on, which is not the heavy armored part of the ship. Let's see, we have a destroyer over here. So that is one of the key features of having a good cruiser. Be able to fire a long distance. Torpedoes in water, they're going for the destroyer. Don't have the distance on that St. Louis, but that means that he does not either have the distance on me. But here comes the South Carolina, and that is some big guns on that, and he has the distance to be able to fire upon us, and then we have South Carolina in our rear to help us out as well. And that enemy destroyer has slipped off and disappeared, but here they are. See if we can crit his engine, steering, anything, just to make him less maneuverable. Need to land a good HE hit on him for that to happen. Looks like we missed. Alright, now in A, and we're in on the gap. Let's see if we can do something about it. We have a South Carolina here switching to AP, so off with the shells. Loading AP, hopefully we'll set him on fire, crit him, anything. No, only get a hit, no damage. Gonna... Oop, here we have the destroyer again.
All stations, requesting fire on the designated target.
Very crucial to take out that destroyer. Since, of course, they have torpedoes, they are very easy to hide, and they can do some ferocious damage if they get close enough. And he's taken out. Goody. Great, he just fired into the mountain. Or the island, more or less to say. Do some damage. That's the key purpose of AP, that you're able to do some damage. He's launching his shells, looks like HE. Ooh, got a nasty hit on me, setting on fire with only one shot. So we're gonna switch to HE after this next launch of shells. Yeah, that was in a way. So we can see, we can crit him, set him on fire, take out something of his components. Do set him on fire, that will be magnificent. It looks like we're damaged, I think. I do not know if we destroyed this turret. 2000 hit points worth of damage, that's really good. Come on, set on fire. 2.5 again. Burn, baby, burn. 8 hits again. Lots of damage. I mean, look at this. This is why I don't want to get close to a St. Louis. I mean, look at this. I can fire so much faster than he can. Look at that. He nearly had no chance at all. Only chance he had that if he would be able to get a salvo off where he would hit me with all of his AP shells and maybe take out me in one go. Enemy St. Louis. Critical damage, 7 hits. This is why I love this ship. You fire so rapidly and you have so many guns, so it's nearly impossible to, if you are engaged by one of these, to come out alive. Or at least come out without any...
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Without any problems to you. Hit critical components, or without be able to burn to death or anything like it. supposedly. But look at that perfect spread from 2 different directions, making it impossible for him to avoid them. Come on, will they land? Please land. Oh, he's very fast. No. He's too far away. But we do have a Wyoming to our left. And luckily we have lots and lots of guns on our left side. And he's burning. So all we have to do is just keep adding fuel for the fire. See here, switch to AP and see how much ferocious it can be. Oops, a little bit too oversteer there. If we even will be able to fire some AP in him before he goes down. Nope, hidden away. Right, switch over to the other side. Can't fire upon him. Right, just then wait till we get the opportunity to fire upon that Wyoming, but he got killed. So now we can only chase the heavies over that distance and cap B while we're at it. South Carolina, Wyoming, we have that Kuma over there firing. Look at that, coming in. Right, South Carolina it is. Looks like everyone else here is firing HE. As you can see, they are very bright, flarish ammunition. They're yellowish. Mine are more red, orange. Not so much tracer in mine either.
Our team has taken the lead.
Torpedoes from behind. That's not the best position to launch torpedoes. Can't even catch up to me nearly. Right, let's get out of the way. There, out of the harm's way. Now, that South Carolina, let's take out of it. He's firing upon me. Took out my brother, I would guess. Does not matter, we're still doing quite well from here. Not gonna waste my repair kit on the rudder. Will it hit? No, it did not. But you can actually hit their chimneys and deal damage by that as well. But here we have
Our victory is in sight.
Here we have another Wyoming, but we can't do anything about him because he's behind a landmass. Can't hit that South Carolina either, so we just have to wait before that. Nah, not gonna wait anymore and just fix that steering. Steer over and fire. Good hit. Let's help them take out this one. May I be able to get a kill? Of course not. I have to settle with the one that doesn't have. Looks like he slammed in reverse. There, I'm on fire. That's why I don't want to waste repair time for things that might not be so crucial. Set him on fire again. which means that I don't think that he will
Main turret critically damaged.
set them on fire. But I can't see the fire.
Critically damaged.
I'm gonna repair, mark him. All my guns are ready for him, my secondary batteries.
Problem solved, sir.
I'm just gonna swing past here, launch a spread of HE into him, and then go for... Now he's on fire, now I can see it. $2.2k. Here comes the torpedoes. And he's gone. I think we won by capture, actually. Let's see. Victory, our team completed a mission. I think the mission was then to cap, I would guess. How did we do? We did not do that bad, actually. We got 4th in our team, and if we'd been an enemy, we would have been the best one by far. Only beaten by Wakataki, Jubari, and Phoenix. And we beat all the battleships, at least. That's good. And let's see, AP shell hits made 11k worth of damage. HE shell 26.9k. We set off fire worth 219 hit points. Let's see, damage received. We only received HE shells, and that was worth 18.2k. So that's not too bad. It's quite good, actually. And with that battle, I'm gonna end this video, and I hope you have got some meat on the bones here to know how this battleship is, how it performs, and what to do with it, and maybe give you a little bit more slight interest of getting this ship and actually not sell it when you have progressed through with it, because I'm not gonna sell this. This is a really epic and fun ship to play and steer with. It's like these low tier tanks that you have in World Tanks, the T-18, which is a real OP dirt machine, the Panzer 1C, fastest little thing out there. Many others like the T-60s, those very sloped angles of armor plates. The St. Louis is one of them. It should be in the Hall of Fame of real derp or extremely fun ships in this game. But yeah, as I said, enough of that, and I will leave you like this, and I hope you guys and girls enjoyed it. And if you do, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment of what you think. If you have any replays or so, just send them in to me. Contact me in the game if you want to ask any questions. So just have a real platoon, or division as it's called here, with me. So yeah, go ahead and do that, and I see you guys and girls in the next video of whatever I make. But till that time, take care of each other now, and bye bye then.